Hello and welcome to this second part of C programming tutorial series. In first part we learned about history and advantages of C programming language. In this part we will learn about setting up our C working environment. To program in C programming you need a compiler and a text editor. You need compiler to compile your program and editor to edit your program, that is C program. There are many compilers available in the market and we will use GCC. GCC is provided by GNU Foundation. There is also Microsoft Visual Studio for Windows, but that costs money. You can also use Express Edition if you want. However, GCC we will choose, and GCC is multi-platform. It works on Windows, Linux, Mac OS, Solaris, HB1. It works on many platforms. We will not use a plain text editor. Instead, we will use an IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. We will use Eclipse as our IDE. Eclipse is also cross-platform like GCC. It is written in Java. The advantages of using an IDE is that you get syntax highlighting, you get build support, and you get debugging support all inside your IDE. You never need to go outside your IDE to do anything. Eclipse not only supports C or C++, it can also support PHP, Perl, Java, JavaScript, Ruby, Lua. You can also edit HTML and XML in Eclipse. It is very powerful and popular also. It is kind of heavy on RAM, but on modern system it is a breeze to operate Eclipse. All the systems have got lots of RAM. Now to install GCC we will use Cvideo, and we will also use Cvideo to install GDB, which will be our debugger. And Eclipse uses make as its build tool, so we will also install make from Cvideo. To run Java JRE you need, which can be downloaded from oracle.com. Earlier it was Sun which used to provide Java JRE. Since Oracle bought it, Oracle is providing Java JRE from its website. Now you will need to set paths to run this. So you fire up your browser and you go to the eclipse.org downloads. We have got Eclipse for C++ developers. Now there are two choices, 32-bit or 64-bit. You go to Java JRE. You can also download JDK. I have been using JDK, which you can use for development. You accept the license agreement. Now you have 5 choices here. So which one to use, 32-bit or 64-bit? We'll see. The first question is whether your operating system is 32-bit or 64-bit. So right click on my computer, say properties, you will come here. It is a 32-bit system. So over here in Eclipse, you need to choose 32-bit. For Java, you should choose offline installation, exe1, so that you don't need to download again this. Online one will download from internet and install, but suppose you need to reinstall the system, then you will have to do the installation again and downloading will happen again. You should choose this one. For those who are on 64-bit, can choose this. For Cvideo, you go to cvideo.com and setup.exe. So assuming that all three are downloaded, this is where I downloaded everything. Now I have Eclipse. So extract this to a folder, which is Eclipse. Now right click and send to desktop, create shortcut for easy access. And for Java, you open it, or rather run as administrator, and then click next, next, next. It will install in program files. For Cvideo, what you should do is you double click setup.exe, will ask for permission, and click next and select install from internet. This is the directory where it will install files. This is the local package directory, and I have direct connection, so I chose direct connection. If you are behind the proxy, you should choose the proxy. It will download the mirrors list. You can select any of the mirrors. I have chosen HTTP mirror because from my experience, HTTP mirrors are faster. And select next. It will download the list of all the files in the Cvideo version, current Cvideo repository. Certain stuff will be selected by default. What you will have to select is GCC4, GCC4 G++. It will automatically select GCC4 core. Should select GDB and make. So we click this line, it will select. Note that there are two options for GCC. One is GCC4 and one is plain GCC. Make sure you select GCC4. Do not select the plain GCC. And then you click next, it will download and install everything. Okay. So if you see, I have got Cvideo here, right? And then I have bin. So you copy this path and you go to program files, you go to Java. I have GRE installed. You go to bin, and you also need to copy this path. There are two paths you must copy, and then you need to go to this page, which we used to see the type of system. You click on advanced system settings, environment variables, select path, edit. The Java path which we just copied, the GRE path, that you should put here. I have JDK path because I use to code in Java also. Remember to put double quotes in the beginning and also at the end because it contains a space, and so it will split your path into two. If you do not give double quotes, and it will not work. Then I have given C colon, Cvideo, bin, right? Okay. And after we have done all this, we have a Eclipse shortcut here. You can launch it straight away. You'll see this screen. It will show you your workspace. Your username will be here. And say OK. So, first time it takes time. As I said, it's heavy because it's big, quite big. And I have some programs written here for the purpose of this tutorial. And your Eclipse work environment is set up. So, for example, if you see this, I can simply run this program. Okay, binary not found, so we build it. So if it builds, then our setup is successful. So, okay, build the program, finish building. So this is how you set up your work environment. And next part, we will learn about writing our C program. Thanks. Happy coding.